Let me ask you a question. How much have I told you have you believed? But I'm serious. Like you guys have watched 100. I've seen some of you. I've had at least seven. I've had it fairly for the last year. I think I've had over about 1,000 views so far. How much of what I say do you believe? Especially with my new topic, how to have an affair without getting caught. Or what about when I told you about 76% of people are living paycheck to paycheck? Or what about if I tell you, hey, if you're a business, if you're not expanding, if you have like a business that's breaking even, basically, and when you break even, a flat line when you're like a person is you're dead. So basically, if you tell me your business is breaking even, basically you're telling me you're basically dying, the business is dying, and you're on life support. And the only way your business is being kept alive is maybe you get some fresh infusions of cash to prevent you from going into complete debt, or you're just waiting for a recession to come along and just put you out of business and put you out your misery. So which one is it? And it's funny, I was in Target yesterday, and like I worked at Macy's, so I know how it is. Like first people go out and spend all that money during the Black Friday stuff. They buy all the stuff they want. And then after that, they'll go and start shopping, and you'll start cutting back on your budget. You'll start returning things. And so I was at Target yesterday, and some person was they're like actually using the scanner code, trying to get a discount. Another person was trying to use the gift card that she just bought today to buy some other stuff that she wanted to buy. So those are the games that people are going to start playing, and then they'll start returning stuff. Oh, I don't want this. I don't want that. Well, why did you buy it? And then they'll start doing the price different stuff. I mean, just if you got to do price different stuff, and if you have to return something because you don't have the money, not because you don't like it, I mean, that shows that there's a problem there. And that's why I was telling you, what did I say? Don't go out for Black Friday, because when you go out for Black Friday, you're going to spend money on stuff you don't want. And then for the rest of the month, watch, everyone's going to be nickel and dime, and like, oh, I don't want to buy this, I don't want to buy that. But I know people spend money, so I don't get caught up into when they say, oh, I'm broke. Oh, I know you're broke, but you have clothes, you're eating. I mean, you got toilet paper at home, right? You broke enough not to have toilet paper, so people have money. I see people with the luxury cars and stuff, and then they'll go into the store and try to nitpick you over $5, $10. I've been there. I was at Macy's for like over 7 years, so I know how it is where they're like trying to look for every discount and stuff. But what about you, man? Are you that kind of person? When I told you how much of you believe, how much I believe? So do you believe what I say about the divorce rate? Do you believe 47% of people divorce? I don't know. I see a lot of single moms out there. And that's even worse. I mean, a single mom, what happened? The husband's not delivering? Or what about the 15% of women who are actually married having affairs? Or the 25% of men who are married are having affairs? What does that tell you? That tells you like my philosophy of how to have an affair without getting caught probably has some merit. Because you know what happens when you get divorced? The lawyer gets paid, the creditors get paid, and you get broker. And if you're in the state of California, it's even worse. You may have a partner that never worked, and she's going to get 50% of whatever you made. Or vice versa. You're a woman who makes all the money and the guy's at home. And since it's a 50-50 state, you're going to get 50% of your salary, and they haven't even done anything. And then they keep that up until they get married or until the judge decides that they make a significant amount of income that they don't have to have it anymore. So doesn't it make smart? If you're going to get married, doesn't it make sense? Hey, how can I have an affair to keep my relationship strong? Hey, let me ask you, did you use secret number one? Secret number one is porn. Find what variety of your porn is, do what you got to do. Then after that, hey, let me go back and focus on my relationship. Because it's easier to have an affair, watch whatever, see someone else doing what you may imagine yourself doing, but you know your partner doesn't want to do. But at least you get some type of satisfaction. And you know you don't have to harass your partner. You're not going to get bitter with your partner. How about secret number two when I said it's like all in your mind? Hey, just daydream. Daydream you're with Xena. Daydream you're with LeBron James. I mean, I don't know, daydream, whatever. And then you can think about all the scenarios that you will want to do. And hey, you can also daydream, hey, what happens if my significant other catches me with someone? What's my strategy to throw her off? How can I say, hey, I know it looks that way, but I was just doing this and doing that. And you can actually start developing strategies. So if you want to take this a little bit further and actually do it, at least you have a foundation of how to like talk to your partner, show her to like use your strategies not to get caught. So the mind is not only is a good place for you to start, your partner will never know what you're thinking. Not until we get to VR goggles, and then they'll be able to find out that, hey, you're having a mental affair with some woman in Kansas, but we're in California. Why are you doing it? Like Bernie with me. I'm gonna have an affair and leave with the guy at a bar because you're kissing on my friend. That's for another story. And how about the final one? Secret number 3. Did you try, hey, why don't you just go to a strip club? Did I tell you? Like when I used to live in San Francisco, that's when I first learned about the power of the strip club and S&M club. I went to an event on Castro Street, and that was the first time I was introduced to the sadomasochism, basically domination, master, mistress type stuff. And I remember I paid $5 to have my butt paddled in front of like this big group of people, like for charity at an event. So ever since then, I had been hooked. And then I was really into the rope tying. So when girlfriend Delilah, she would mind the rope tying. But then when I wanted to take it to the next level, we came to like using like the paddles and the leather restraints. We had some disagreements. And then the more you ask, what is the partner going to say? No, or you perverted or something like that. So what did I find? I started looking through the adult papers. And then what did I find? In San Francisco, we had 2 or 3 little S&M clubs that you go to where you can dominate or find a partner who wants to be dominated. Do what you got to do. Go home. Your partner's happy with whatever she does. She's like, oh, I'm so happy just to do this and that. Maybe if you want to, you can hit me with the belt, but don't hit me with like the big paddles. And there's all type of the whip, the flogs, and all those type of things. So those were like 3 secrets. So by using those 3 secrets, I bet you I can reduce the divorce rate, at least for you, if you pay attention. At least get it down to like the low 20s. I believe a 20% divorce rate is fine. 47% divorce rate means either one partner's being completely unrealistic, one partner has really just gone overboard, or you're not really truly committed to the relationship and you should get divorced if you don't want to do what your partner wants. But there comes a little times where it comes to the finances and someone in between. And you have to decide, okay, do I really want to have this do I really want to divorce this person over such a minor thing? It's not like so much a deal breaker, but you're starting to click up points. And once that gets up to 11 or 12, you have to like separate. Like I told you, 20% of people are separating by the 5th year. And if you can't get it worked out before that, you guys will be divorced the 7th year anyway. So you get the 5-year itch, you got the 7-year expiration date. So that's why I'm saying, if you can have an affair without getting married, you're satisfied at least that need. If you can satisfy that sexual urge that you both have, do what you got to do. And if you actually got to eventually transfer it out to the real world and do it, at least you won't get caught. Because I tell you, once you get caught, one person's going to say, why did you do it? And you'll tell them why. And they'll tell you that's not enough reason to do it. But back in my day, you have those wedding vows until death do us part and stuff. But we'll talk about those later. It's not till death do you part. It's until money do you part. Because what's more important? Money. Money first, love second. Because the number one thing that'll break up a relationship? Money. Number 2, probably not having sex and doing what your partner wants. But if you can get through number 1, if you can have an affair without getting caught, maybe you can prevent number 2 from really putting you in the poorhouse. Let me know what you think. And let me ask you a question. Do you trust the secrets I give you? Do you believe what I'm saying? I know I had 4 of you that first day. Boom, you looked at it. I appreciate that. Now what do we need to do is get up to 1,000 subscribers. And I need you guys to find me some people who need help and give me some suggestions and let me know. Do you believe it's smart to have an affair without getting caught? If money is the number 1 reason to end a relationship, do you think it's smart to at least not have sex be number 2 reason to end a relationship?